Hey guys, this video is going to be for WOD B. So we'll have a warm up for WOD B that's going to set us up for the movements that we have in the WOD. And then we'll also have a strength that I'll cover at the end for those that are able to do it. In terms of our warm up, we're going to have 2 rounds. We do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 glute pops. I'll explain that in a minute. 10 med ball deadlifts, 10 drop unders, that's also with the med ball, and then 10 med ball squat clean attempts. If you're able to do the medicine ball squat clean, then you're just gonna do 10 in a row and then go back through for another round. Okay, first thing, our push-ups, let's just cover this. I love covering this because we need people that can actually do full range of motion, legitimate push-ups. So get down on the ground. Ideally, you actually will have your hands rotated out a little bit. So this little J hook here can be facing forward. And then you're gonna come down to the ground. You should have your chest and thighs hit the ground, actually touch the ground at the same time. Then you're gonna push and fully lock out. Okay, so your push up, all the way down, all the way up. Then your sit up. We're gonna come back here, tap the ground with your hands, then come up forward. Your shoulders should come in line with your hips or past, and you hit the shoes, hit the floor, whatever you want, but it's more about our range of motion. Okay, so you should hit the ground, come up, bring those shoulders straight above those hips at least, tap. All right. Then, glute pops. This is actually to kind of get you to understand for that medicine ball squat clean, when we lift that ball and drop underneath it to clean it, we need to be able to engage those glutes. So we're gonna get in a little power stance here. And when you pretend you have a medicine ball here and you're just gonna pop, okay, pop, you're literally trying to get just a little bit of air. Think about pushing off, not with your toes into the air, but with your heels. You're able to pop the glutes with your heels coming off the ground. Your shoes should essentially be able to remain flat on the ground. So pop, pop. If you add a little shrug in there, it'll give you that motion that we're looking for whenever we go to drop down low to catch the ball. But I'll show all of that here in a second. After those glute pops, 10 med ball deadlifts. So you'll have your medicine ball. Mine is 4 pounds, so y'all's is probably similar. That's sarcasm. You're gonna come down, keep that back flat. We wanna lift. Okay, this is where that glute pop will come in handy. But for now, tap the ground and stand. Tap the ground and stand. Tap the ground and stand. Okay, so you got your deadlift in there. And then from there, we're gonna practice drop unders. Okay, our drop unders is whenever we have the ball here, we need to be able to drop under the ball, get it shoulder level, and stand. Remember, anytime you clean something, you're picking it up from down low up to shoulder height. So when we do the med ball squat clean, that's what we're talking about, is getting that med ball at shoulder height and standing up with it, okay? So that's your drop under. Hold it at waist level and try to drop under it without rotating the ball. Real quick, if you have these laces here, they should be facing up, mostly because it's a signal for you. If you can pretend this is the top of a fishbowl and there's water and fish in the fishbowl, you don't want to rotate this ball to dump the water and fish all over you, okay? So you're gonna pick your fishbowl up, drop underneath, keeping the top of the fishbowl on top. The laces, if you can just remember keep laces on top, then that'll be good for the med ball squat clean. Lastly is the actual med ball squat clean here. Some of you are still working on these, some of you have them, that's fine. For these, you're gonna attempt 10 times, or if you can do it, just do it 10 times and then go back through. But you're gonna put everything together. The deadlift, the glute pop, and the drop under, okay? All right. Now, for some of you, you don't have a med ball. We only had so many to hand out, okay? But you would have gotten some other kind of weight. So you could use a slam ball. They're a little smaller, might be a little easier to manage, but you would be able to do that if you need. And then some of you got bags, so we do have like a bag down here For the bag, it's a little bit different. You don't have to treat this one like the fishbowl necessarily. Just get this together. You can tap the ground and come up and just hang on to it. Obviously, if you try to flip under, if it's heavy enough or awkward enough, it might not work out. So this one, you can curl. The med ball, we want to try to resist curling. This one, feel free to curl as long as you drop down into a full squat, shoulder height, and stand up all the way. Okay? And I'll show you, we'll go to the WOD, but I'll show you something else we'll do during the WOD with the bag as well. So WOD B, once you're done with the warm-up, you'll be ready to do WOD B. It's 10 rounds, a minute and 30 seconds on, followed by 30 seconds of rest. What you're doing for every round, 10 sit-ups with the med ball, with the slam ball, or with the bag. With the med ball, you're gonna have the med ball behind you, touch the ground, then you're gonna come up, and you can touch the ground in front of you. If the other thing you need to remember is the shoulders should come up past the hips. Okay, so you'll come back, tap, come forward, tap. Pretty simple. Again, with the bag, you may want to roll that up so it's easy to manage. You can grab it long ways or however you need to, whatever works best. You come back, hit the ground, forward, hit the ground. Then you'll do 10 med ball squat cleans. Okay, again, we practiced this in our warm-up, so you should have that down. But this is what you're fighting for, burpees. Every round, your 10 sit-ups and your 10 med ball squat cleans are basically buy-in to start doing burpees. And your burpees are what you're counting. And then you'll log that score in Wodify for your score for the workout. So again, 10 rounds, a minute 30 on, 30 seconds off, 10 sit-ups with the med ball, sandbag, or bag or slam ball, 10 med ball squat cleans, and then as many burpees as you can do until you hit that 30 seconds of rest period. Last thing, for those of you that have pull-up bars at home, our strength that we've programmed are either pull-ups, 5, 5, 5, and then as many as you can do, or weighted pull-ups with the kettlebell you have or anything you can get. If you can hold a med ball with your feet or hold a bag with your feet or something like that, any way you can be weighted is fine. But the weighted pull-ups would be 4 sets of 5 there. Remember to hashtag FTX athlete, hashtag FTX home WOD, and at FTX CrossFit on Instagram. Post your scores. We want to see them.